Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and into another budget with me video. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Sue. We'd love to have you as part of our family here on YouTube. And for those of you guys who are watching another video of mine, thank you so much for tuning in and giving me all the love and support that you do. It really does mean the world to me. We're gonna go ahead and get in. Just for anybody who is new here, the way that I do my budget, my weekly budget amount is always divided into cash envelopes. This is the cash envelope system that I use. This is one that I made. This of course is the Happy Planner Mini Happy Notes notebook. I just took out all of the pages inside and I just created my own cash envelopes, as you can see here, and just labeled them with simple cardstock and a laminator. If you are interested in starting your own cash envelope system, I do have some of these available on my Etsy store, and I am currently working on getting new ones made so that I can get them up onto the shop. I'll probably get through that this weekend, so sometime next week or next Friday, I will have that available in the shop. So like around the 14th or the 15th, everything should be up. By the time you guys are watching this video, it'll be Wednesday, and that Friday I'll have them up. I hope. There is a link to my Etsy store down below if you're interested. I do also have a Happy Notes notebook, both sizes that they offer. I do offer both sizes of the cash envelopes, the skinnier, longer ones, and then the shorter, chunky ones, which is this one right here. In my Etsy store, I have both sizes available in the shop if you're interested. Also, I will have this little planner that I got right here. I bought off of Amazon. It cost me like $7. I also have that linked in the description bar below if you're interested in finding a budget planner like this one. It is, like I said, I don't know the name of it, but this is kind of what it looks like on the outside. I have this exact one linked in my description bar. So if you're interested, you know, this is the one that I have, but anyone certainly would work. I do not share, this is my February monthly, which I haven't filled out yet. I'm gonna be working on that this afternoon, but I don't show you guys my entire budget just for personal reasons. But I will share with you guys what I spend cash envelope wise on a week-to-week basis. We do take all of our bill money out of our paychecks and our savings money out of our paychecks and put those into our checking account, and we pay all of our bills at one time at the beginning of the month, so it's all done and we don't have to worry about it. We do continuously stay a month ahead in our bills, so the month of February, the money that we're putting into our checking account for the month of February is actually going towards March's bills. That's just the way that we prefer to do it. If you want more information on that, by all means, leave me a question in the comment box below. I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. But this is our leftover money, and I do believe that I have $326 here that I am putting into my cash envelopes this week. This is the money that we use throughout the week just to buy the things that we need to buy throughout the week. But what we are gonna do is, there is a couple of envelopes that I have miscellaneous, buffer, and grocery money. If I have any monies left out of those three accounts, I pull the money out and disperse them into other places usually. Also, I try not to spend my $5 bills. I am doing the $5 challenge, and what that means is I just consciously make the effort not to spend my $5 bills, and I set that money back, and that is extra things that I do with my family. If we want to go away for the weekend, that money's there. If we want to go to an amusement park, again, that money's there. So we are just going to go through here and pull out. I did really well on my grocery budget. this last month because we had things going on. We weren't going to be home for certain things. So I actually budgeted myself for $80. And at the end of the month, at the end of January, I tried to go through my freezer, my refrigerator, my pantry, my cabinets, and I really focus on cleaning out all the leftover groceries from the month. And so I actually only ended up spending like 65 bucks. So I have $10 left over here. And right now our cabinets are pretty bare, okay, because we have been really working on getting all the leftover stuff left out. And then in my miscellaneous budget, we ended up having to do something, but I can't remember what it is now. But this miscellaneous money is for anything that we might need during the week, whether we want to run to the station and get a soda, or we have an after-school event and we need to stop and get a snack or something. This miscellaneous money is just for whatever we need. If we run out of paper towels, then that money's in there so that I don't have to constantly be swiping my debit card. And then the last one I pull out of is buffer, and there is nothing left in that. So there is that. So really all I have is a $5 bills left over. And again, this is my $5 challenge envelope. And I will, like I said, consciously make the effort to not spend $5 bills. I have saved quite a bit of money just by saving my $5 bills. And when my $5 bill envelope or my vacation envelope or anything that I'm using to save up money for gets to $100, I will take that money out and put it into our safe that we have here at the house in another cash envelope for which its purposes. So I have a whole set of these cash envelopes in my safe just like this. Well, not all of them, but the ones that I'm working, saving up for, like I have an extra savings envelope, I have $5 challenge, graduation, I have a vacation fund. All of these envelopes are in an additional duplicate one is in my safe, so that whenever I get to $100 in a particular envelope, I can just take that $100 out and transfer it into my safe, and I'm not carrying around $200 or $300 in my cash envelope for something that I'm saving anyway, okay? So in my $5 challenge envelope, I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in there, and I'm going to be adding 35, 40, 45 in there. It wasn't, but last week or the week before, I think the week before, I ended up putting $100 into the safe. So my $5 challenge, I usually can save up $300 to $400 every single month. It amazes me every month how much money that I can save just by setting back my $5 bills. So already I have $45 in here, and I have started putting in this line just so I know how much is in my envelope. Because sometimes my husband will get into my cash envelopes. I will tell him to get into a specific envelope, but he'll just get into whatever envelope that my book opens up to and just takes money out. So this way I can kind of keep track. If you guys watched last week's video or the week before that, you know that I was on the struggle bus trying to remember and try to figure out where my $5 bills went. So this way I kind of know what I'm missing, if I'm missing any, so forth, so on. I do have a teenager in the house, so he sometimes might get in there to get, you know, lunch money or something out of there as well. Not intentionally, just because it's the first envelope that they come to, if that makes sense. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're gonna go ahead and start stuffing these envelopes. I have my envelopes right here, and I'm just gonna go down the line. I have all of my cash right here. I got my 20s, okay. I got some 10s and I got some 1s for graduation envelope. Okay, so in my groceries, I am just going to have 100. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I do still have some meats that we didn't get to. I have like a whole bag of chicken. So I'm hoping that even though my cabinets are bare, I can still work with what I got in my freezer and not go over budget. I find it a little bit more difficult to stay under my $100 because right now I'm eating low calorie and the rest of the family obviously is not. There's no need, they're not all, any of them are overweight, just me, you know what I'm saying? So I buy separate things for me and then I buy separate things for them. So I'm on the struggle bus a little bit trying to stay under that $100 budget with just the different types of things that we need. My gas envelope normally gets $20 and it is marked in here, but I went out and ran errands this morning, got my nails done. So I already put that $20 into my gas tank. So I won't be putting anything in here. And then my personal envelope gets 40 and I had to take 40 out to go get my nails done. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and I'm gonna be adding 100, or not 100, 40 to that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30. So there's that. And I use, my personal envelope is for anything that I specifically want. My husband also gets $40 a week for anything that he might want. But I don't have a cash envelope for him. I just give him his $40, if that makes any sense. So I don't calculate that into the total here because this is not in my cash. That $40 that belongs to my husband doesn't go into the cash envelope, so I don't count that there. School will get 20, and I have $20 in there already. Only one of my kids needed lunch money last week. If you guys are new here, both of my kids was taking their lunch to school, but my middle child decided that he was too grown up for that. So now he's eating school lunch, but the little one still wants to take his lunch. So I had to send $20 with the middle child. Of course, I have a teenager who also just gets lunch money. I don't put it into the cash envelope. It comes out of my normal monthly budget money. And the reason why I do that is because I will just call the school and I will put a set $100 onto his account, and that lasts him for the whole month. Or $75. He usually spends about $25, between $20 and $25 per week at school for his lunch. So I usually just put $100 into his account. He is in high school, so we just take that out of our bill money because it's the same all the time. The reason why I do this is because for the little two, mostly because the little one doesn't eat lunch at school. Sometimes he does get chocolate milk. But for the most part, he takes his lunch, but Jack will eat school lunch and sometimes he eats breakfast there as well. So I never know what lunch money he has in his account because it's all the time different. Whereas with Ethan, he knows that he can spend $25 a week on his lunch and he just pays attention to that. You know, he's 17. It's just a little bit easier to do that because of the circumstance. Dollar Tree, I don't plan on going to the Dollar Tree. I'm considering taking this off. I haven't been going to the Dollar Tree. I just haven't had the time with my Etsy store and working. I still work full time. So I just haven't had the time, the extra time to go to Dollar Tree lately. So I just haven't been. And if I know I'm not gonna go, I look at my week, my planner, and if I've got too many things to do, I don't go to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is not in my town, so it's not like I can just run down the street. I have to drive 20 minutes away just to get to the Dollar Tree. So if I don't have plans to go that way, I'm not making an extra trip just to go to the Dollar Tree, if that makes sense. Car maintenance has 20 in it. You guys know last week I spent my entire car maintenance envelope because we had to get a tire. So we're just trying to build that bad boy up. So we have $40 in there. Clothing is getting 20, and I believe that I did spend $20 I had to take $20 out of here. It's the 100th day of school this week, so I needed a couple little costume items and a sweater and stuff for the little guy. So I did take out $20 for that. 20, 40, 60, 80, so there's 80 in there. And my clothing fund, in case you guys are new here, I just want to explain to you, this clothing fund that I have is just in case anything comes up. Somebody needs socks, underwears, you know, somebody's tennis shoes break and I have to buy a new pair of tennis shoes, stuff like that, that is not budgeted for. Will come out of this little envelope. It's just in case I might need something. At the beginning of the school year, we do a very large budgeted shopping to get us ready for the whole year for school and for summer as well. So we spend about $1,500 at the beginning of school getting us ready for, you know, the whole year. We get shorts, we get jackets, we get pants, we get shoes, we do the whole 9 yards. We budget for that money, and that money comes out of our monthly budgeted expenses, but this is just in case we need something throughout the week and I don't want to go and pull that money out of the savings or out of the budgeted money that's in my checking account for that specific purpose. So that's what this is for, in case anybody's curious. Sports will get 10, of course, and let's see what sports got in it. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. I'm gonna take these two 10s and set them aside and use a 20 instead. 20, 40, 60, 80. And again, my sports money right now, we don't have any sports going on, but baseball's getting ready to start. And the way that I like to tell y'all the reason why I have this sports envelope is this is just a supplemental fund. Their sports fees are quite expensive, and so we budget and plan for that separately. We spend $4,000 to $5,000 a year in sports total between our 3 boys. So this is just to supplement that. We do set aside money specifically for fees, for cleats, for uniforms, for all of that other stuff. We have money set aside in our checking account specifically for those needs. This is just for traveling expenses, concessions, things like that, that we will be having extra things to do with. They have a fundraiser, car wash. We're gonna go and take our car and give them 20, 40 bucks. You know what I'm saying? This is just to supplement the extras of sports, if that makes sense. Miscellaneous gets 40 as usual, and I think I'm gonna take these two 10s with a 20 and put this in here. Makes it a little bit easier for me. Family fun will get 20. This family fun money usually is, we have pizza night every Friday night, so I always set back a $20 bill for pizza. Just because that's how we roll. You know, if I know that we're gonna do it every week, then I put the money back for it. Gifts is going to get 10, and she has 20 in there already. That says Colton on it, funny. So there's gonna be 30 in that. And that's just for, you know, birthday parties, things that come up that is unexpected. Vacation has 20, 40, 60, 80, and I'm gonna put another 20 in here to get to 100. And because I am at 100, I'm gonna set this aside and it'll go into my safe now that I'm at 100 there. And then the buffer will get 20. And there's nothing in buffer. We usually spend through our buffer and our miscellaneous fund throughout the week. I try to use those two envelopes before I get into any of the other cash envelopes, if that makes sense. Just because that's the way I like to do things. Okay, so as you guys know, I am saving money up for like our food budget. Me and my oldest son, who will be graduating next May, are gonna take a mother-son trip. He wants to go to the Vatican. So that means Rome, of course. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a little challenge envelope. I will, of course, have budgeted out out of my monthly expenses, like our hotel costs and our plane costs and all that stuff, that all gets budgeted monthly. And you guys don't see a lot of that stuff, but when it comes to something that's a really big expense, we set back money for that out of with our monthly budget expenses, because it's quite a bit. So I'm adding an extra $1 for every single week. So the first week I saved $1, the second week I saved $2, the third week I saved $3, so on and so forth. So we're up to $6 now, and I have my 6 $1 bills right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 so far. So that is what we have in the graduation envelope. Maybe I will borrow, let's see, I'm going to pull out this 20 out of my buffer. Okay, just because I know that I'll spend these 21s right here, and I'm gonna put my 21s into my buffer account, so that way my graduation envelope is just not as thick and I can keep adding money to it. So $21 is going into graduation, and that is it. I had $1 extra in my wallet for some reason, so I'm just gonna put that into my little extra savings envelope here. I just pulled that out of there. And keep it in there for safekeeping, you know what I mean? Pop that back in. And that is it. So down here, I'm going to just make a little note on 2/7 of 20. I added $100 into the vacation fund. I usually notate everything somewhere at the bottom of my pages to make sure I have the right money into my safe. I do go in monthly and check my safe numbers to make sure nobody's gotten in there to take anything out, more specifically my husband. But that does it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. I don't always get to them right away, but by all means, please leave them down there. I will get to them as quickly as I can. If you have something that you really want to talk about and you don't want to wait on me to respond to the comment, you can always send me an email. It is linked in the description bar below. If you want to know some of the products that I use in this video, by all means, go to the description box and everything will be linked down there as well. Alright guys, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, if you're new here, please subscribe. We'd love to have you. And for those of you guys who are joining me for another week, thank you so very much. It does mean the world to me. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye!